From August 4th till about mid-December, I made approximately $248,000 from one revenue stream. And I was able to do that while hosting my mom in Los Angeles. She lives in Dallas. She came through maybe 3 times. I was able to watch as much television as I wanted, and I watch a lot of television, admittedly. I was able to take off when I wanted to, wake up when I wanted to, go to bed when I wanted to, have lunch and dinner at whatever time I was feeling like it. I was able to spend quality time with my partner. I was able to travel and to have some great experiences. I even worked on a different company because I have more than one company, but I had the freedom to do that. And when it came to this revenue model and this revenue stream, I was not stressed. And every other revenue stream I've ever had in my entire life has come with some type of stress, some degree of pain. So far, knock wood, that has not been the case months later. And I plan on keeping it that way. So I wanted to talk to you in this video about having a calm revenue stream. I wanted to talk to you about having the life you want while also having the day you want, the types of days that you want. So your life is, entirety, the entirety of your life is important, but it's also important how your day to day is. They both need to be, or can be, in flow and in balance and in calm. And really what that equates to is freedom. Freedom. That's what I want for myself, and that is what I want for you. And a lot of my videos, most of them, are about ways that you can make money. And the reason I have a lot of videos about how you can make money is because I used to be poor and broke all the time, and I've been running away from that for the past decade. I've been running away from that feeling of hunger in the pit of my stomach because I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat, or, not be able to provide for my family or help my family when they're sick. Those types of feelings. I've been running away from the feeling of the landlord is calling. The landlord is knocking at the door. Been running away from that, trying to find ways that I could feel that deep despair, get away from that, never have to see that again. And I have, obviously, I mean, for some people, you may be seeing this for the first time, but I have been around a lot of money the last decade. I've been around millionaires and billionaires who are making big moves, who are investors and entrepreneurs, who are able to move large amounts of money. I also study so many millionaires and billionaires every single day. I mean, there's a relentless pursuit of information. I call it becoming money, and I'm still doing that to this day. I talk about it in my first book, It's About Damn Time, how I became money. I learned as much as I could, so I became the asset. And then I turned that into, let me go ahead and raise $30 million for this venture fund that invests in underrepresented founders. And then I turned that into, let me go ahead and generate millions of dollars in revenue for various companies and myself. But it wasn't until 2024, August through December, that I was able to do something that generated a significant amount of money, an amount of money that for most people is entirely enough to live on, without that cloud of angst and despair chasing it. So I wanted to dissect that and reflect on it at the end of 2024 going into 2025, right? I wanted to understand, how do I keep that vibe? And anytime I get a piece of important information that I think is helpful, I want to pass it on to you. That's just in my nature. I want to give and pour back because I've seen how that comes back to me. It's cyclical. You put it out in the world, it comes back, and so on and so forth. It is the ultimate flywheel. You put it out into the world, you put it into the world, it gets received. Is it I before E except after C? Uh, I don't know. I'll say, uh, put it out into the world, get, give, and then so on, right? You give, they receive, and then you get. Point of all of this is I have figured this out. And if you want to know how I do this, how I have done it, exact math, exact tactics, exactly what I've done to make the money, but also why it is such a stressless endeavor and how you can make sure that it's stressless. There's some things that could have gone in a stressful way if I had allowed it, but I veered off, right? And I made sure that it wasn't. If you want to know that, let me know in the comments right now that you are here, you're locked in, and that this is a moment for you that you're taking hold of. You're not just watching this passively or listening to it passively, and it's just another video that, you'll consume, you'll listen to half of it, you may remember some pieces of it, and you'll move on. I do that all the time. I watch a lot of content on YouTube, so I understand that. It's almost by osmosis, you're just taking it all in. But then there's some videos that you have to pay attention. And if you missed anything, you have to rewind and come back to it. This is one of those videos because I want you to unlock something in yourself that is so important. I want you to unlock freedom, the freedom mindset. Everything else, the numbers, the how to, the process, the pitfalls to avoid, all of that you can search for and you can find in this video and elsewhere. And I'm going to tell you some very specific things about mine, which I think are pretty cool. But if you don't unlock this part of your mind thinking, freedom, I want freedom. That's the goal. It's not 10,000 a month, which just by the way, FYI, I was going to say FYI, it is, because you can get there. I can get you to 10K a month. It's not 20 or 30K or even 50K a month, but FYI, it is, because I can get you there. It is, oh, I want freedom. So write the word freedom in the comments right now if you are feeling that unlock or you want to feel that unlock. When you think about 2025 and beyond, when you think about the next 12 months, no matter when you're seeing this, I want you to think about, I want freedom in monthly recurring revenue. I want freedom in my bank account. I want freedom as my next destination and my next trip. Replace any cash or any clout, anything for the word freedom. Because when you do that, everything unlocks for you. So how did I do it? Well, there are many ways to do many things and to make money. And you can learn about all those things online. So if you have an interest in something, by all means, go check it out. This isn't going to work for everybody, but it'll work for anyone who applies themselves with this method. Anyone who puts in the work, has the destination in mind, which is what? Say it out loud. That's right, freedom. And who puts in as much or more than they want to take out. You have to make a deposit in order to cash out. You can't just watch a video, go on your merry way, and it all happens. If you put in a few small steps that are very attainable and you are consistent with them, it'll start to feel like magic. It won't be magic because you will be doing it, but it'll start to feel like magic. Okay. So what is magic? What is the magic formula? What is the magic formula? How did I get to 248,000 and some change between August 4th and December 4th-ish? How did I get there? I will tell you. I will tell you, it's a very simple, very simple. I recorded YouTube videos almost daily. I recorded YouTube videos almost daily. I directed viewers to a landing page to you know what VSL stands for? Video sales letter. You probably already have a VSL. You just don't even call it that. But a VSL is usually on a landing page, a sales page, a funnel, and it's just a page, it's just a video that goes more in depth, that explains to someone who has found its way to it how that person or that company or that product can help the person who's watching it. And my VSL and my landing page has been on school or just a website, a very simple website. So for instance, if you want to see the simple website version, go to arlansallaccess.com. ARLANS, allaccess.com. Go to arlansallaccess.com. You'll see a very simple landing page with a hero video. And the video is a VSL essentially. And it's kind of clever because not only is it a VSL, but it's also a lead magnet, and that it's free training. It's really valuable training. So I highly suggest watching it. But you have to put your email address if you want to watch past 30 seconds. So not only am I able to show people what I can do for them, and some of them will go on to work with me, but I have their email addresses of the people who didn't go on to work with me, so I can reach out to them and continue to make offers as an opt-in. They've opted into this. But you go there and you'll see it, and then under it, you'll see apply for a call. And you'll take a short survey. And He'll take a survey and book a call if that survey lets me know that you make a certain amount of money that you can afford. And it's very broad, because sometimes when you don't make a certain amount of money, you can still afford something, and sometimes when you do make it, you can't afford it. But that's the threshold that I use today, is if you say you make a certain amount of money and you're looking for a certain type of thing through these different questions, you are then put in a queue to book a call with either me or one other person who will talk to you on my team. His name is Colin, and he'll talk to you about the benefits of working with me directly and working with him. He'll find out what you're going through, what's happening. So if you want to do that for real, go to arlansallAccess.com and you can go on your merry way. The other thing that happens, though, if it doesn't seem like it's a good fit financially, and again, this part is like, you don't want to guess somebody else's bank account, right? You want to charge what you think it's worth and let the rest happen. But the other thing that happens if it has this other outcome with the answers is that you get taken directly to Arlan's All Access, which is my membership, where I have the most comprehensive courses, plural, the most comprehensive courses that would normally be anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 on their own if I were to individually give them an amount and put them on different things, and you have to get this package and this package. But they're bundled. This $2,000 to $5,000, I would say $4,000 or $5,000 worth of courses are bundled inside of my membership that only costs $100 a month to access. And then those courses are also wrapped with a community that is absolutely thriving. And that community helps answer questions about the course, and I do, of course, too. And then on top of that, we have live sessions every day, almost every week. So it's like an incredible amount of value for a very small amount of money. Okay. So you go from YouTube, you're watching this video right now, and apply this to yourself. Think about what you would do with this. You're on YouTube. The person is on YouTube watching you talk. You have told them, hey, on the video, hey, go do this, or look at the description below. I put the links below, which is what I literally do. The links are below in the description. There's maybe one link or two links or three links for you that you would do. And you direct them to a simple landing page, which could either be just your school page or your membership page, or it could be this mini funnel, this tiny funnel, which is one landing page. Watch this really valuable video. If you like the video, apply to get on a call with us. If the call doesn't work out, that it's not going to be, you're not going to be approved for that, jump into Arlan's All Access. It's just $100 a month, and you get all of this information. You get everything that you need to make $100,000 in 12 months. It's not a bad deal, right? So that's what you're doing. You are giving valuable pieces of content on a weekly basis, twice a week, 3 times a week. People ask me, how often should I post? Because you post every day. I think you should post as often as you have something valuable to say. I wouldn't go past one per day if you're doing educational content, but I would do anywhere from once every 2 weeks to once a day. Anything in there is going to be good because you're just adding to your archive. And what's really interesting, I want you to pay attention to this part. When people come visit my page and they're watching my YouTube videos, you can see in the the dashboard how many people watched your video from that day or the last 24 hours or 48 hours. But you can also see how many people watched other videos of yours that day and that time period at any given time you want, Saturday, whatever. And what happens on my channel is that people come in and watch the video, mostly returning people come in. Thank you for watching. And they watch the video. Maybe it's 500 people do that. Maybe it's 10,000. It depends. It really depends on the video and how well it did. But what's even more interesting is that hundreds or even thousands of people watch other videos from the last 6 months and beyond. So that's what's really making the daily cumulative numbers high. And it didn't start to happen until it started to happen. But if I hadn't had any of those videos in the archive when I went quote unquote viral in May and then again this summer, then it only would have been that one video that they looked at. But this way, somebody every day, people write me and they say, I just watched my 6th video. I just watched my 10th video of yours. I just watched 20 plus videos. I can't even count anymore. How many videos have you watched? Put in the comments right now if you can guess how many videos, maybe a range of mine that you have watched. And if it's more than 10, just say 10 plus, more than 10. But if you know how many, this is my first video, or this is the second of the day, or I've watched 10 plus of your videos. I don't even know how many anymore. Do that in the comments so you can prove my point here, is that people will watch more than one video when they come in if your videos are good and valuable. How are they good? What is good? And we're going to put this back on the top here because I don't want us to ever forget what we're here for. But what makes a good video? What makes a good video? Does it help the viewer? Does it value their time? Are there actionable steps? And so on and so forth. Now, this is for an info or educational video. There's also entertainment videos. There's also vlogs. There's also all kinds of things. But ultimately, why does the viewer spend their time with you? Do you value the viewer's time? I value your time like it's gold and beyond. I value your time to the moon. I don't hit record on here unless I feel like I can give you something. Simple as that. I just happen to have a lot up here going on, so I can do it in volume too. But if I didn't think that, I wouldn't post every day. I would post once a week or twice a week or twice a month. So you're going to create that. And if you're thinking, oh, how do you do that? Arlan's All Access teaches you all of this. There's a course that just teaches you every single step of the way, and multiple people have started their YouTube channels from the course. Easy peasy. Now, going back to the freedom part of it and the calm part of it, because I only record when I feel like it, and not because I want to reach some goal that somebody else has placed on me. I'm not checking in to any boss. Have you heard me mention one boss? One person I have to run my videos by. Got to run it by YouTube. It's their platform. But other than that, I post it. That's why you see so many of my videos. Because I don't have anyone to answer to when it comes to posting videos and when I can post it. I answer to you. I answer to the audience. Is the audience enjoying this? As long as I get those comments that you are, as long as I get those likes, as long as I get people watching, I'm going to keep doing it. Because of that, there's no pressure on me. There's no pressure. If I don't post in a given day, people watch other videos that I made because I have the archive. So I can sit back and just look at it and look at the views go up. I enjoy posting. I look forward to it. I'm a geek about it. I wake up in the morning, almost every single morning, and I'm like, okay, what do I get to post? Or if I've already figured it out the day before, I'm so excited to post it. One way or the other. Posting on YouTube is fun to me. It's fun. And because it's fun, I do more of it. When it's not fun, when I'm burnt out, if I never get burnt out on YouTube, but if I get like, oh, that's a lot, I just don't post. I will give an example. This week, I had a very specific plan to do something. I was going to go live on Christmas Day. I'll just tell you now. I was going to go live on Christmas Day for a couple of hours to kind of continue a tradition that I've done on Christmas, which is speak to those who are kind of on their own and lonely. So I had a plan for a few days. I'm going to go live, and I'm not going to post a video. I'm going to go live. I woke up on Christmas Day, and I didn't feel like going live. I just didn't feel like it. I felt like lounging around and taking care of me. And I spoke to my membership. I spoke to like hundreds of people and made sure everybody was good. But I did that with my thumbs horizontal, essentially. Because I didn't have a boss, a 9 to 5 telling me I'm supposed to do this, it was easy. It was easy to make that decision. So I want you to think about that. I have fun on YouTube. I have fun on YouTube. I talk about a subject that I enjoy, and I work with people, and I talk to people that I care about. Simple as that. Then I take that earned traffic, that traffic that I built up over a year. It took me a year to get 91,000 additional subscribers. But I also had several dozen subscribers every day, starting at the beginning, and then several hundred. So you can start from anywhere. But I drive that to some sort of landing page, and I make it clear what I'm offering and what the value prop is for the viewer and the visitor. And then they either go into my membership, which for me is pretty passive, and they pay $100 a month or $600 upfront. And you can go to arlansallAccess.com, or you can go to, you can click where it says, just go directly to my membership on that page. You can see how many people are signed up. Right now it's like 400. And you can start doing the math. About a third of them sign up for yearly. So you can do the math on that and find out how much I'm making. It's about, today, it's about 27K a month. And that's part of my monthly 27K a month. What could you do with $27,000 a month? This is what I'm calling the passive side of it. I go in every single day and I look at comments and I make comments, and I maybe make a post if I feel like it, if I think it'll add value. I did spend a lot of time building the courses, but I enjoyed that. I update the courses as needed. I have someone helping me. Her name is Allison. She goes in and she makes sure everybody's doing well, and she takes care of some admin, and I'm able to just pop in when I want to, but I spend a lot of time in there because I enjoy it so much. But this is the passive side. And this grows every month because it's recurring revenue. 2/3 of it is recurring. And the third that's not recurring is a lump sum. And there are so many things I will do in 2025 to get the conversion higher and get this and that and make, lifetime value better and make churn lower. But this is just kind of like on autopilot. You want $27,000 on autopilot? If you want $27,000 per month on autopilot, let me know in the comments. Go to arlansallAccess.com. Do what you got to do. Now, the other part the landing page does is these calls, and it's either again with me or with someone else, usually calling. And if you make it to those calls either through the landing page or working with Arlan's All Access, and then I tell you about the offer, you have these two offers currently. But this one's going away. So this one's going away. This is IC, Inner Circle. This one's going away, meaning that on December 31st, 2024, I'm closing the doors to new Inner Circle members because I close the doors when I feel like, okay, we have enough people in and I don't want it to get uncomfortable. This is the perfect number. And then I might open it in 6 months and the price will be way higher because this is discounted by 80%. That's a different story. But just know this. There are people in your audience, either that you already have an audience or that you're going to build an audience in 2025. There are people, it's getting darker and darker, so it's going to get a little weird. But there are people who are willing to pay you thousands of dollars to work closely with you. Even if you're 25, 35, 45, 65, I skipped 55 and beyond, but you're kind of new to the game. Because as long as there are people who you are 1 or 2 steps ahead of in something that you enjoy doing, you will have an audience. You will have someone to sell to. It doesn't matter that most people who watch this video or watch my YouTube videos will never buy from me. In fact, I don't care. I don't mind it, right? Because I still want to give you value. You're still important to me. That's fulfilling. That's the freedom. That's part of it, right? That's like I get to give back and build legacy. And for the people who want to work with me closely, they join All Access with me and 400 plus other people and growing. Or they take it a step further and they join my masterclass. This is new. Sorry, mastermind, my bad. This is my mastermind. It's new. That's not very pretty. They either join this, let's call it mastermind. They either join my mastermind or they join my inner circle when it's open. And when they join my inner circle, they get mastermind for free, at least when I'm taping this, before December 31st, 2024. And if you're interested in that, by the way, inner circle mastermind, go to arlansmastermind.com or arlansinnercircle.com. I make it pretty easy for you, don't I? I just forward those URLs. So going back to this freedom. Freedom. Okay. This is where the other part of the money comes in. And usually these two are pretty equal. And they usually grow together. There's usually like a a tenth or so of the people here are here. And it's getting to be more like 15%. So 10 to 15% of these people go here. Shout out if you can read my handwriting. If you can't, just listen to me, right? But that's it. And the reason that this doesn't stress me out, let me tell you that I didn't get a chance to do that. The reason this doesn't stress me out is because when you're in your inner circle, you get my phone number, my real phone number, and you can text me unlimited text messages as long as it's one topic at a time. And I get up to 2 business days to reply to you. That's how I do that. And I'm I'm responding almost every day because there are a lot of people who take advantage of that, which I think is great. But that's me taking time out to really think about it and then responding, usually with a voice note, just responding. You also get one-on-ones with me on Zoom. You also get one-on-ones with Colin. You also get a VIP day with me. If this is Inner Circle, right? You get a VIP day with me, so you come meet me in person one time a year by, with one other person, 2 other people. You also get monthly calls. If you're in Mastermind, which is open and will be open, you get a new 6, 7, or 8-figure expert who meets with us every single week, a different person, high quality, high status every week, and masterminds with us, in addition to some other benefits. Everything that I have set up, everything that is in my high ticket, everything that is in my high ticket offer are both valuable, incredibly valuable to the customer, plus simple for me to deliver. Your high ticket has to be simple to deliver. If it's not simple to deliver, you're just paying for shackles. What's the word? What's the key word? Freedom. So, for instance, this is something that's I'm going to say for a tenth of a percent of the people watching this is going to change everything for you to know this. I have friends and peers who charge $25,000 for a year mastermind with them or a year inner circle with them. And they have like 50 or 100 or even more people paying that. These are people I talk to on a daily basis. I know them. That would have blown my mind 5 years ago. I also know people who charge 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, or even more that I know personally for one day with you. One day. And those people, both of them are smart and are doing the right thing. But if you think about the person who's getting $50,000 for one day, that's an interesting proposition. That's freedom. Why are people paying them that much? Why are they paying 25K to 100K? And these are the people I know. I know of people even, charging even more than that per day. Why are they paying that? Because the value that they're getting out of it, the outcome, the transformation, they're packaging it within a day. They're throwing everything they can into helping that customer in one day. And people will pay for transformation and they'll pay for saved time, convenience, ease, flow. So if you tell me You pay me, I need to pay you $25,000 and you'll help me in a year, you'll help me make 50,000. I might consider that. But if you say, pay me $25,000 and in a day, you'll make $50,000 the following day. I'm doing that first. I'm doing that all day long. I'm doing that because it's faster and it's more convenient and it's more flow. So I can get to doing other things. And I'll probably, if it works, come back to you a week later and say, where's your 50K offer? I want to do more. If you did that for me, I need more. So that's how people can have $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 inner circles or VIP days because they're providing value. And for you, what's most important for you to take away from this is that right now you're playing too small. Put it in the comments if you're still with me. If you are still here, there's something special going on right now. This is a magical moment. If you're still here, you're probably a tenth of the people who clicked on this video. One out of every 10 is still here. So say that in the comments. You are playing too small. You're thinking too small. Instead of thinking, how do I get $100 so I can join Arlan's All Access? I want you to think, how do I get $10,000 so I can put it in the bank, pay some bills, pay rent, have some cushion? I want you to think bigger. And when you get the first 10,000, I want you to think about the next 10,000. I want you to think about 100,000. I want you to think about this in thousands and tens of thousands, not just in $100 bills or fives or 20s. I don't want you to go out there and sell something for $10 and hope that 10 people will pay for it. I want you to find somebody who will pay you $300 right now, $1,000 right now to help them now. Because you don't get to freedom with $10 offers. Does not equal freedom. Okay? It does not equal freedom. $10 offers doesn't do it. I did a video recently where I talked about a woman who called me and asked me for money, and I told her, I gave her some advice. It's like, go out there and get it. You go out there, and I know so many people who are successful, including myself, who have done every job imaginable, who have tried to get every job imaginable, who have done everything imaginable. And then there are people who haven't, and they're upset because their $10 offer doesn't convert. Put in the work, be very strategic, be very mindful of what the ROI, return on investment, is. It's not $10,000 a month. It's not $1 million a year. It's not $120,000 a quarter. It's freedom. What does freedom mean to you? And what is freedom worth to you?